So for starters, Professor Gutierrez, thanks again for affording us this opportunity to speak with you. And if you could, to your best recollection, can you give me an account of the events thus far that have led up into this?
Okay, I created the TikTok account just because, oddly enough, I was trying to find interests outside of my profession. Something I needed to expand some of the things I did. And so I started doing that. I started getting back into chess. And it was part of actually my therapy in order to try to get over my depression. And so I started making videos that I just thought were cute or funny or, you know, things like that. And something I enjoyed, something I still enjoy.
Do you see a licensed therapist or just
yes,
a counselor?
I see a psychiatrist as well as a psychologist.
Mm-hmm. And to your last recollection, how many followers do you have on TikTok?
2,500.
Is that something that kind of gradually happened, or did it sort of have that overnight feeling?
That happened once I had one video that was particularly popular, and then I just started getting more and more followers.
So that one video I'm assuming we're talking about is the back scratching video?
Yeah, it's the back scratching.
Can you give me a rundown of about how that...
It's a duet. Most of the videos I have on there are duets. I haven't actually done any single video of me with another person who's physically there. And so she did her half, which was she's trying to come through a door, and she's like attacking. And so I'm defending myself on the other side of the door, and I grab a back scratcher and kind of use it to defend myself. And it's just a 15-second short video, and yeah, just a cute little video.
What happened after that video came together that sort of led to where we are now?
Well, the video started becoming more and more popular, and it got a couple of hundred views, and so I was proud of it. And I know some of the students might know what TikTok was, so I showed it to some of them. And I showed it to most of my classes, actually. And I didn't have any issues with that. But I didn't show it during class time. It'd be something I might mention at the beginning of class, and if they want to see it, they can come up to my desk and see it. I had a few people, one or two maybe, who asked for the username. And so I gave my username, not really thinking anything of it. And then I didn't mention much of TikTok again after that, unless I gave like a number count, like I have 500,000 views, or I have something like that.
Can you tell me about the events that took place on Wednesday?
Yeah. I was teaching my Physics 110 class, and I believe it was the Dean of Student Services came in along with security. They escorted me out of my class and escorted me to the Office of Student Services. I was forced there against my will to delete all videos that contained any footage that included Pierce, whether they were cute videos or whether they were suggestive videos, or regardless of the content of the videos, they wanted me to remove all videos that had any of Pierce in them. They made me go through one by one and delete in front of them as they were watching. Security was outside, I didn't have a choice. After that, I was escorted by security off of campus. I didn't really realize I was being escorted until I looked back from my car and I actually saw that there was security still watching me to make sure I left campus. And after that, I was called later saying that I'd be on administrative leave for the rest of the quarter. I wouldn't be able to come back, and that other professors would be taking my classes.
So, if we could go back a little bit to the TikTok videos. You had mentioned in my previous interview with you that you had done a video with 3 male students that all consented. Can you talk to me a bit about that video?
Yeah, I had talked to them about, this was very early in the quarter, I had talked to them about my video that I liked on TikTok, and they saw it. And they had talked about being on one of my videos, and so I recorded them just doing their lab. Nothing special. And then I posted it.
So, I have a student on the record making a statement that said that you had promoted your TikTok account in their class. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it must have been a misunderstanding. I mean, unless they're talking about I promoted it by simply talking about it. but I never encouraged them to follow it, nor forced them to follow it, nor gave extra credit, which are some of the things that I've read.
To the best of your knowledge, do you know if Pierce College has any rules of conduct about like social media sites like TikTok?
They have recommendations that you're not supposed to. You shouldn't share personal information with students. That is a recommendation, though. To my knowledge, that's not a rule. And I can see why, in retrospect. But no, to my knowledge, I didn't break any rules with what I did here.
Can you tell me, I guess chronologically would be best, as much as you know about the investigation happening on Pierce College right now?
I have not been informed of much. I've been told that there are 2 investigators who have been assigned, one internal and one external. I was given their names in an email, but I don't recall what they were.
You are aware that there is a PPD investigation occurring as well?
I am, yes.
How were you made aware of that?
My union representative told me, also through your newspaper.
So no one from the Puyallup Police Department has reached out to you as of yet?
No.
So we'll follow up to that. Considering no one's reached out to you yet, there's no reason to believe that this is a criminal investigation at this point?
Well, there's no reason to believe it's a high priority investigation. Unfortunately, with the blog that's going around on Facebook, there are a lot of people trying to gather evidence for what exactly, I'm not sure. They've pointed out some C felony, but it makes no sense. And they can look, but they won't find any information because there is no information.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, they said it was communication with a minor for illicit purposes is what they're trying to pin on me.
What happens next?
Well, I'm working with my brother and a friend of mine to get my resume ready for industry. I'm going to have to transfer over.
Like to refocus to the TikTok account specifically?
Yes.
You'd mentioned before that you saw this as an outlet for entertainment purposes. Was this recommended to you by your psychiatrist, or was this a personal venture?
No, it was just to find something. And I thought when I first went into it, I thought there were some funny videos. I thought there were some nice videos, and so I went into it, and I liked some videos, and I started making some.
Connecting this to what you had mentioned earlier about people digging for evidence, at the time when you were putting your TikTok together, did you ever consider that there might be ramifications, even to like the least degree?
No, not really. I simply saw it as an outlet.
You had mentioned that a student asked you about your account once, and you had told them that you had when you had confirmed it. Do you think that at that point there was anything wrong that had been done?
At that point, no, I didn't.
In your opinion, do you think there's anything erroneous with professors and educators having social media?
No, we're human. We have the right to express ourselves. We have the right to be open beings. I think the idea that saying that I could put videos up here that were inappropriate for a professor was a ridiculous idea. Professors have the right to have as much of or as little of a life outside of academia as possible.
Can you tell me, to your recollection, when you were hired at Pierce College?
It was at the beginning of last year, I believe. Possibly the year before that. I don't recall fully. I think I've had 2 complete cycles of physics. So I think this is probably, I don't know if it's a year and a half or 2 years and a half.
Has there been any other incident like this that has occurred at Pierce College, to your recollection?
I have had a few students who felt uncomfortable around me. Part of that is I am very friendly, very open, and some of them interpret that the wrong way.
Speaking back in regards to your students, there has been testimony made on the record as well regarding you taking sleeping pills in class. Would you like to comment on that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I have done that on multiple occasions. They are homeopathic medications. And I took the pills this last time. I took them during a demonstration of pseudoscience and how homeopathy is not medicine. It doesn't work. The idea was, and the idea always has been, to show that it's perfectly safe for me to do this because these are not real medications. They're selling them as real medications, but they're not. It was at the end of the first week of class. We would talk a lot about what is science and what is not science, in particular what pseudoscience is. One of the things I had mentioned was homeopathy, which is the idea that you can dilute a poison so much that it'll actually cure you. In the end, all the pills were just cornstarch. But they're sold as medication. People are built out of a ton of money because of medications like this. And people will take alternative treatments like this, and it costs people their lives. People spend fortunes on psychics. It's something I'm very passionate about. That's why I took the sleeping pills.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people that are going to be viewing this video?
Yeah, I'd like to say, if you are listening to this video, don't listen to the rumors. Listen to my students. They'll tell you the truth.